welcome back. So let's build episode 8. So, a couple things. This is going to be the second set. I'm not going to be able to really tell that much how well this is going to record because of certain reasons, and you might be able to guess those reasons considering I have the Christmas tree. And you can only get those if you buy $120 worth of stuff, so from the Lego store, which is where we went. So, yeah. But because of that, I have my stand actually clipped onto a step stool now, which perfectly is perfect, because of the rubber top on it. So it's perfect for the stand to be and it's perfect for it to grip. So assuming that the thing doesn't fall down, which I hope to God it doesn't, and assuming this works out, this should be, generally speaking, the angle that I record this from. What? What's your issue? There we go. I'm just moving the stand higher so I can get closer to it without bonking my head. Oh, okay, apparently you decided to totally ignore what I just did. Thanks, stand. It's been a little while since recording one of these and also recording anything. Alright then, hopefully that's better. And hopefully you don't actually see it. I don't actually know if you do or not. But anyways, so yeah. Also, I find it kind of funny that in the last session of this, when I was doing the bottle ship, I was like, hey, should I curse more so this isn't for kids? And then, bam, a month later, we get the news that, hey, the whole FTC suing stuff. So I'm not going to let that stop me. Everyone I've spoken to, literally everyone, has said, oh, I doubt that they can even legally do that. But, yeah. So I don't even know if this is ever going to be seen by anyone. Because I'm not sure, am I supposed to mark this for kids? I'm going to say fuck right now. And then, what do we do now? I don't know, I kind of want to mark the other things up, because the problem is, if you mark it for kids, it's almost impossible to find. Especially for a channel my size, or I guess our size, technically, because, people aren't like what I do, and so it shouldn't affect me, because I just go, look at, hey, this is a channel I subscribe, hey, I'm gonna just go through all their uploads backwards, and then just watch everything, and then move on to the next one. So, not gonna affect me, but, no one's gonna find this stuff. I was thinking I should get, an X-Acto knife for this stuff, because it'll look a lot cleaner, but I totally forgot to pick one up. Well, isn't that nice? Alright, so we got bag 1. We got bag 2. And obviously, this isn't going to be how the Pokemon cards are going to be recorded now. They are not. Because that doesn't make any sense to do that. And then this is an instruction booklet, which apparently these are online. So I've been a little worried that there's going to be a cause where Lego's like, hey, you got a book on there. Stop. But, I mean, people resell it. Well, apparently these things are literally just PDFs on Lego's website somewhere. So I guess it doesn't actually matter much. Anyway, so we'll just leave bag 2 over there, and I don't have to, push it off to the side. Yeah. So, the things that I bought that actually got me this stuff will be, next build. Yeah. At this point, the speed build should go up, I think. That's the plan anyways. So, I mean, you already probably know, but here's the thing, the first episode hasn't even gone up yet. Alright. I do like how there's these little bags in here, though, for, like, the tiny pieces. So you don't just, like, spill out the contents of everything and then just go wild. Although, so far, I've had one piece drop off in this series, so... We'll see how this goes. Also, let me tell you, this is a little confusing to me. Because, spoiler, I built this already for my father. Which should show you that, they were willingly gave me 2 of these. So, we got something over 240. But anyways, I don't know if you can see this. Why not? But that little white piece gave me conniptions, I guess you could say. Because it was literally... It's a flower, white stud. But the way that it looks like a see-through stud, even though this is a 1x2. Also, I'm probably going to be learning these things' names. Because, at this point, the mock stuff should go up, so yeah. Because apparently this is, literally, like, there's a name for this. It's called, apparently I'm coming in my dark age. Because I used to do Legos a lot, of course. Like a lot of people who grew up when I did. Or now, I guess, still. Legos are clearly still a big enough thing that they still make sets, so... let me go... Hopefully the stand... Well, that's a little problematic. I'm gonna go check and make sure that everything's in the bounds. Yeah... We're good for the most part. I see that bag 2 is a little bit off the screen, but I should have quite a bit more area than I did before. Although I'm not even sure how I got the stand to actually go as great as I did before. But yeah, because it's like I got about this much or something. Which I think like the entire table too. Either way, you can actually like see from like here. So. I know that it's going to be a little shittier than normal, but again, there's a reason for that. So yeah, we're done. 4-piece bag. Apparently there's like poly bags, which I will of course do because, it's a Lego set I must have for my collection. My collection of, one complete set and then a couple incomplete. I do, however, plan on this Christmas when I go to my mother's house again, as people do, I guess. Whether it's fortunately or not. I'm probably not a good judge of that. I'm thinking maybe doing like an over-the-shoulder. Kind of. Maybe I should get like a GoPro. Probably not though, but... But anyways, I plan on finding all my old sets. Because I do have a decent amount. I know I have like the Republic gunship that everyone loves. That's apparently like $300 new or something like that. On like websites and stuff like that. So we need a green flower piece. Is this a green flower piece? Obviously it's light green, but is there dark green? I sure hope not. Nope, doesn't look like it, thank goodness. I don't know about you, but I think the best way to do this stuff is to, like, go into the pot. I know people are like, hey, well, I got that too, but, to organize it by color, but I don't like doing that. I don't know about you, but a decent chunk of what I love doing is just, like, going through the pile and just searching through everything. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do what I know after this because maybe after this episode. Yeah, why not after this episode? All right, there's the second one. Is to mark out the borders. I don't know if I'm gonna be. It shouldn't be a problem if I just draw like a rectangle with my marker, because that should like wipe off easily enough, I think. I hope, anyways. Yeah, now we're starting on the actual tree itself. Which, let me tell you, I was a little worried when I was building the tree the first time. Because I was doing it on a bed. But the way that it works is, if you might have noticed, I don't think it said on the box, it showed on the back of the box. But like the top and the bottom of this tree turn. And because of that, I thought, also I did have trouble, I accidentally skipped that step when I was doing it. And I come back later and it's like, oh. There's supposed to be like these red 2x4s just hanging off the edge. I don't know, apparently I'm like supposed to flip, I don't know. It really doesn't matter. I mean, I like following the instructions to the brick, I guess you could say. You know what, maybe I don't want to do like the whole separate things out like that. Because I'm doing fine like this, so... Oh, I already almost fucked it up. Yeah. Because here's the thing, if the FTC sues me, well, by the way, this is going to be all this is. Because this is, like, the stuff that I'm semi-worried about, but, like, apparently there's a whole thing like, oh, it was just YouTube being lazy and they're supposed to be, like, a mixed content. So, like, the only things that are going to get affected is YouTube Kids, which I don't like YouTube Kids. Because that's why we're in this whole fucking mess to begin with. Is because parents are like, hey, let's sit them in front of my iPad. Hey, this kid, my kid found something that I don't like. Let's yell at the person who made it and then try and get them sued. Instead of being a parent. It's like, wow, I'm glad that I'm not growing up in this generation, or whatever. Well, even then, yeah, I want, as a kid, I watched stuff that I probably wasn't supposed to. Like, nothing bad, like, nothing 18 plus or anything like that, but, it was like, this is like the only YouTuber that I used to, because I found, Carl101, again, his, like, Pikmin stuff were, like, the earliest things that I had ever watched was his, like, Pikmin 1 and 2 Let's Plays, and I love them. And apparently a lot of other people do, too. Oh boy, this step. Because basically you gotta do white, green, and red. Just a circle stud. And white, green, red again. And the reason why I'm calling them like they're probably their, I'm fairly sure, official names is because what I do with Lego Mock stuff is I go, because, like the Monarch thing that I'm building right now is, like $2,700 worth of parts. Not you. So, I don't really want to save up that much cash, and then just do everything at once and then probably get tired of the build. So instead, what I plan on doing is, and I already got, like, the first bunch, which is why I'm saying, oh, you should definitely see that by now. And because of that, I have to look at, also, you're gonna see me do that a lot more than you did before. Yeah. I have to just, so I quarter it off in a roughly $100 increments. So that just means that I have to look at, hey, these are the parts. Hey, this is part number so and so and so and so and so. Yeah. I'm worried that you can't hear me that well. And then even though, because like I mentioned, I guess you could say, I took a break in a way, even though it's not something I like doing. Like, I don't really like leaving my equipment and things like that. I mention this. I don't really, like, vacations aren't really a thing for me, even though, this is technically, because this is what I would do during a vacation, and this is what I did for the most part, is just, record and stuff like that, and that's technically work. I hope it becomes work, even though that's not really a good thing, but, We're getting close, and obviously, so should be like a good couple 2 episodes or something like that. The sped up versions, which I don't know what I'm gonna necessarily do with that. If I'm just gonna, I think in my infinite laziness, I'm just gonna, okay, we're done with this step, or this like main body of it. This is so much easier doing on just like a main thing. Oh, but anyways, FTC stuff. So yeah, because even if I made sure, because I want to go for like a government nuclear job, and I'm like, hey, is me being sued by my government going to stop me from, I keep on saying, for cereal? Because you know what? That's going to be the thing that does it for someone. It's like they're playing, is that there was like a box of cereal in the background, and that's going to attract kids. Because what I don't like is the way that the rules and stuff like that set up basically make it seem like, like children on this site are like parasites that we need to try our damnedest to get rid of, so they don't like kill the host's YouTube. I mean, the funniest thing of all is like, kids aren't even supposed to be on YouTube. It's like they're gonna look at it. And you yourself grew up with things that you would consider traumatizing for your child, so lay off. Because apparently, I'm not going to say any names. Well, that's fucked. Because that just went behind my oven. Okay, and I'm almost knocking my computer screen over. I think it's safe to say that that part is gone. Thankfully, it's just a stud, and I think I'm gonna, like, put, like, a cardboard barrier or something like that, so that doesn't happen, because everywhere else, if it falls, I should be able to see it, but it just, I think... It just slid right between my little counter and my oven, so... That is not good. But like I mentioned, it's just a white stud, so... That'll be something interesting for people to find in, like, 15 years when they finally, like, update this apartment to have air conditioning in it. This looks like this is supposed to go... Something's wrong here. One, two, three. Hold on, let's grab... Also, these in a dark room do not look good. Because it's like a mint green. Like my RuneScape character's hair. And, well, they're like a more subdued green, even. No, this is supposed... I was like, is this supposed to go between studs? But no. No, that's correct. But anyways, that's gonna be for this episode. I'm gonna go make up borders and stuff like that. So, enjoy this video, you know what to do. See ya.